Hi, Michelle. Hey, guys. Hey, hello, everyone. Welcome. Every time I move my keyboard down, I lose the chat. There it is. Okay. Hi, Marva, Elda, Dawn, Melissa, Meg, Pam, Diane, Pam. So we're up for the second challenge, the Crazy Craft Challenge, and for at least this one, I get to see. But I have been working on a journal, a junk journal, and what I want to do is I want to stay kind of in the same color range so that I'm making something for something. So this is kind of my color range. These are just a couple of pages that I've done. So it's kind of blues and greens and a little bit of purples and browns. There's a couple of pages, and then the whole inspiration for the colors that I chose was just this one corner pocket that I made. And I'm like, okay, let's go for that. So this is from the Tim Holtz Abandoned paper pack. And so I have a couple of pieces here for inspiration for color. No, I'm not going to finger paint blindfolded. Have you lost your mind? But I am going to keep these kind of up here in front of me so I can see them. And I'm going to be using Distressed Mixed Media Heavy Cardstock because I think I'm going to be using my acrylic paints. And these are chalk paints. Let's see if I can figure out how to open this package. Okay. And I'll do the entire page and then cut it up. So I need 3 things, and they can be journal cards, or they can be tags, or they can be whatever, but this is kind of a manila color, and things are gonna get real messy here, folks. Let me make sure I'm in camera. Let me move this doggone thing. Okay. Get my color inspiration, and I picked out the colors that I think I'm going to be using. Now I just have to decide what to paint. And I also have to use printables. So I picked out a couple of my printables. Where is he? I can't find him. Where'd you go, mister? Here he is. Is that the most marvelous mustache you've ever seen in your life? My gosh, I just love that guy. And I'll probably use that one. So these all came from the Library of Congress, and the pictures on the Library of Congress website are duty-free. Not duty-free, but they don't have a copyright, so you can use them. Isn't that city picture really cool? And kind of if you look real close, and I don't know if you can actually see, those are bomber jets. And I don't have the world's best printer. I have a cheap printer, so royalty free. Thank you, Dawn. So I started playing around a little bit today, trying to get some inspiration. And I kept coming up with houses. And these were done with the Tim Holtz crayons. But I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I know there's a ton of them. There is a ton. What I do know is I want to start with light color. So my lightest color here is Pool. And I don't even know if these, I haven't used these in years. Oh, it still opens. Yep, there's still paint in there. Okay, goody. It's a little crunchy, but, and I'm just going to dump it right onto my glass mat. Well, maybe I am. Maybe I'm going to have to scoop it onto my mat. Yep. I'm going to need to water that down a bit, aren't I? So we'll start with the Pool color. Now let me get a little water in there. And I guess I'm going to have to mix that up with my fingers, aren't I? And I think I'm just going to go abstract with it. I'm just going to get some color down. And when I get into the darker colors, I'll do detail. This again, it's chalk paint, so it dries pretty quickly. Hopefully the mixed media paper holds up. Yes, I'm going to use my whole hand. Okay, there's layer one. Let's get a baby wipe. Thank you, Meg. Yep, we're going to get painty in this case. So let's get these baby wipes out so I can wipe my brushes, wipe my brush for the next color. And I'm just going to lay the color right on top of there. And I'm going to go in with this agave color. I don't know why I'm shaking it. I'm surprised it's not 100% dried up. I bought all these colors back in the day when I was doing a different craft. And then I just sort of dropped that craft like a hot potato, like us crafters do sometimes. And went for a different one. Okay, so let's go. See, I'm cheating. I'm only using one finger. And hopefully you can see the whole page. It's kind of big. Now what is that? That's my flower. Well, I could simply make it a flower, couldn't I? Oops. A disjointed flower. Let's do another one. I have to say this is probably a much easier challenge than some of the others. I mean, finger painting is fun. A trippy Stonehenge. Yeah, could be. All right, next color. I'm going to stay in the green family here. This is Malachite. Oh, I love this color. Love, love, love this color. I think I'm going to go kind of heavy with the Malachite. Hey, Mac. A little bit of water in there. Just to thin it out. And let me think about this. Let me use a different finger. Well, that's not a very good stem. Let's put some leaves with it. Make it right. my gosh. See, you can't get a fine point with your fingers at all. Happy little tree. That's the worst branch ever. It's warm here right now too. It's very hot right here under my lights. I'm just glad it's staying daylight longer. This is just basically laying down color, isn't it? That's a little bit better of a stem, huh? Do a little leaf there, a little leaf here. Okay. I'm going in with these darker ones because that's kind of the theme of my journal. Ooh, fun. I don't know, y'all. All right. So I've kind of exhausted my greens and blues here. I'm going to use this Dina Wakley cheddar color. And I may be horribly sorry. I'm just going to dump it there and then move it from there. I don't know. I don't know. Probably should have waited for the last one to dry. You know, that one's funky, so we'll just monkey it up. There we go. And that's what you do, right? You get it grungy. Well, yeah, I mean, this is basically what I'm doing, just childlike finger painting. There's way too much right there. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know about this color. It reminds me of the generic boxes of mac and cheese. Okay, I have to wipe some of this off. There's just way too much there. All right. Let's see what happens with the moss. Well, this is kind of a gray. Let me wipe this off. This is very difficult. Because it's a whole different tone family. I don't know how to paint with brushes, so trying to do it without brushes is tricky. I have a plan, though. Have faith. We'll see, though, if my plan works out. See if I'm an actual part of the A-team. it at all. Okay, I'm going with Pam's idea and just start squiggling. Ah, yeah, those, I like those mixed. So we're doing, yeah, it's a craft challenge, and so I'm making kind of like a master board here. All right, I think it's time to wipe up these guys. I don't want to mix green in with that other. Let me get a paper towel instead of a baby wipe. Ugh. Oops. Okay. Let's go in with this maize color. It's one of my favorites. I think I need a new diggy knife. I love this color. Wait till I go in with the black. That's going to be fun. That color just changes things, doesn't it? Yeah, it's kind of the idea to fill the background, kind of. It doesn't have to be full, though, because there's other stuff going to go on here. I hate that right there. I'm gonna have to do something about it. But I have to wait till it kind of dries. Interesting. Stuff's kind of blending. Kind of like it. All right, I need to fix these. They're horrible. Chalk paint isn't necessarily, it's you know, water washable, but it's not water reactive. Okay. So I'm gonna dry this and then I'm go on to the next layer. And just kind of clean this up. Definitely has to be dry before I hit the next layer. Oh, this is going to be a fun mess to clean up. Yeah. Well, let's see. I don't want to get it too wet, but it is mixed media paper. Let's see what happens. I'm willing to try anything. Okay, I'm going to try it. This stuff, really, soap and water is the deal. I mean, you wouldn't be able to lift it like you can ink. All right. I'm going to run the dryer. Talk amongst yourselves. Any parts that are too thick, I'm going to dab. You can't be waiting an hour for that to dry. I'll say one thing, this mixed media paper sure holds up well. Good enough. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to get out my, where did I put it? My white gesso. And I'm just gonna use the lid. And this spot that I hated, I'm gonna fix. Just the color was wrong. It was just wrong. Hey, Elizabeth. Any place where I think the color didn't please my eyes, it's going white. Now this is totally cheating, right? Because I couldn't get those leaves right, or those branches. I don't mind the orange color at all. I like it. It just doesn't look good next to the green. So I'm breaking it up. You know, gesso smells funny. Oops, clang. Why not? Okay. Yeah, you do get do-overs, kind of. Yeah, if you have a good, nice, heavy gesso. Well, I have to get my elements in here too, so now we have to dry that. Gesso doesn't take terribly long to dry, depending on how thick you get it. No rules in finger painting. You see, I feel like this really doesn't, I mean, kind of, yeah. Well, by the time I get done. Layers on layers, you're right about that. So, next up, let's see if I can find it. There it is. Okay, so, yeah, I don't think it's cheating spraying on there. I know, that looks weird. Don't panic. Woohoo! Okay. Paper towel. See, I guess it didn't really matter what colors I put on there. So see, now I'm getting more within my color range. Hi, Carla. What I need is I need a blue, and I'm going to go here with the Mermaid Lagoon, and I'm going to splatter it. So now I can't use a brush, right? I'm going to have to use my fingers. Okay, more water. Okay, quack like a duck. I don't like when it's doing that. All right. See, I just went from one thing to the next. Changed my mind completely. And I like it a lot better. I don't have a navy blue. I don't think. Let's see. I thought that I bought the... I've got purple. Oh, what's this? It's a metallic. Ooh. That's a good idea, Pam. Oops. Didn't mean to get that much. That's way too much. I'm going to have this everywhere. Well, it was a good idea in theory. Ooh, ooh. Y'all, I just can't. I can't. I was having more fun blindfolded. This is so messy. Oh my gosh. Okay, clean off the fingers. I want some kind of texture-y feel. All right, that's enough with the background. Start getting our elements on. That gives it kind of a texture a little bit. Yeah, I don't buy a newspaper, so I don't have any. Tell you what you can do, though. You can rub it in there like that. Right, Elizabeth? Oh, that was such a great idea. Love it. Mmm. Yummy. A tiny smiley face. A Nancy bear. You guys probably can't see down here, but I've got some ink down here that I'm trying to grab up too. Yes, okay. So I'm going to put this up here for a minute and I'm going to clean this up for my next step. Yeah, I got it everywhere. Woohoo! I ran out of watercolor. Ah, I just made mud. Okay. Fine. That's the beauty of the glass mat. It wipes right off. I just don't want it on my iPad. At least not on the screen part. Put those out of the way so I don't have an accident with them. Oh, got this blue paint everywhere. It came out a little fast. I'll probably have to clean that later with alcohol. But I'll get as much as I can off. All right, so that's why they call this a crazy craft challenge. All right. Yeah, okay. Well, now we gotta start thinking about, oh, hang on one second. I've got spray ink all over my container there. Where are my printables? Y'all, I set them aside and now I can't find them. Story of my life. Oh, right here. go. I'm not sure about him, but I can't help it. I love his mustache. Yeah, I wish the paintbrush would wander by. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'll glue these on and cut later. And it's still a little wet. Let's see if I can find my glue. Now you get to use glue out of its container because it's not considered paint. And these I printed on Hamilco paper. Well, I printed some on regular accent opaque. I printed some on just regular, you know, copier paper. I use those for collage. I know my fingers look blue, but it's stuck on there. I don't think it's going to come off on my project. This guy I think is going to go well right there. But he's going to need a little inking on the edge. Just to cover up that white pour. You thought I was a mess when I did the blindfold challenge. Let's get him right down here. So the theme of my junk journal is abandon, or you know, like treasure, lost treasure, abandoned treasure, stuff like that. Kind of, it's a loose theme. And so, you know, I'm trying to choose images that kind of, I mean, this one, like, you really have to look closely to see these bombers, but to think about the emotion that was involved in a situation like that, where you're here in this big city, and I think it's Philadelphia, and there's these bomber planes flying over your city. I mean, talk about freaky. Okay. Let's get this guy, his edges. And I trimmed him out with the decal trimmer. And I don't care if it's messy. So these two will likely be journal pages, and this will likely be a tag. Yeah. No, he's not. He's downstairs. They're not typically allowed to be in here with me. The only reason they were in here the other night is because Mike was in here. They don't like me. Well, they like me, but they like Mike better because he drops food on the floor. And I'm firmly against that. Okay, so I'm going to trim this out, and then we'll start decorating these pieces and set them for their purpose. Where's my trimmer? ended up trimming it too close. That's okay. That's okay. I'll just have to trim this out more or not. We'll see. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to feel, and I still feel some wet places there, so I need to get them dry. Yeah, you probably won't see me in a video for like 2 weeks because of that. Yeah. Or I'll just have to get over myself. See, it's a good thing I don't have long fingernails. Wait till I get into the black. I haven't gotten into the black yet. Yeah, so where is she? Now, if I lost that, I would die. Where are you? Is this you? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to start with this one here. And I'm taking my Stabilo all pencil and I'm just going to go around the edge with black. But normally the next step you do with a paintbrush, I'm going to have to do with my fingers. Oops. Yep, I'm a sloppy slop. It's because normally I have this stuff right underneath me and instead I'm on a camera. So I'm just going to take a little water, get it on my finger, and just start to smear that in. And I didn't mean to smear it on the edge of the picture. Where is my water? It's evaporating on me. There it is. Just kind of creating that extra interest there. Wipe it off where I got the excess, because this, my printer, like I said, is not the world's greatest printer. Hey, Abraham. Okay, so we want some other stuff on here. And I might have put some other stuff under the picture, but I really didn't want to because it was just would be too thick. So I'm going to get into, and you guys are going to die when you see this, I'm going to get into my box here with all my ephemera. And I don't know, you could probably see part of it. I could use my pre-made, they don't really match. No, they don't match at all. I need a matchy-matchy. Birds. I don't think I want any flowers in there. Get out the tags. Get out the fake tape. Oh, that's a great idea, Bitty Penny. Okay. I already have a bird that I know I love on here. I need something else. I'm gonna get a little white gesso. Ugh. Hey guys, I gotta go. Something cropped up. So sorry about that. I'll post these on the community page when they're done. I'll finish them up later. But I gotta run. Sorry about that. See you guys.